We need to honor the prices. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is really, really warm. I look forward to early autumn. I don't love winter, but early autumn, Halloween time at the latest, like, oh, I can't wait. It is so warm. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. One more time. If you're a woman over 40 experiencing anxiety, feeling lost despite having like a good life on paper, so let's talk about that, because what we're going to discuss could begin to change how you see your struggle. Because what society often calls a midlife crisis is actually something far more sacred and far more powerful. Hi, I'm Keisha Dent. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and I help women transform what feels like a breakdown into the most significant breakthrough of their lives. So let me guess what you might be experiencing. You wake up feeling empty despite achieving everything you thought you wanted. You're questioning every choice you've made. You feel invisible. You feel like your best years might be behind you. You're wondering if that's the case. Maybe you started having panic attacks. You can't sleep because you're terrified of reaching older age and realizing you never truly lived. You never truly accomplished all the things that you wanted to accomplish. Society tells you that this is what happens when women age, that it's hormonal, right? Or a phase to get through, or something to just medicate away. But what if they're wrong? Here's the truth that changed everything for me and for the women I've worked with. What you're experiencing isn't a crisis, it's a calling. It's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough waiting to happen. And the anxiety that you may have been dealing with, that's your alarm system telling you that you're living out of alignment. That's grief for that authentic life you haven't been living. Most women experience this between 42 and 52, though it definitely can start earlier. It can start even at 35. For women specifically, this can be particularly challenging because we are often conditioned to spend much of our time, our energy for decades, defining ourselves through our relationships and our service roles to others. We've often been the caregiver, the people pleaser, the good girl who follows all the rules. So when we hit midlife and suddenly feel invisible, unsatisfied, where our kids don't need us the same way, when we look in the mirror and don't recognize ourselves, we think something's wrong with us. But actually, it's your authentic self trying to emerge from under all of those layers of who you thought you should be. So how do you navigate this? First, stop trying to fix something that isn't broken, right? So this isn't about getting back to who you were. You've changed. It's about growing into who you're meant to be, taking all of those experiences and those journeys with you forward. We need to reframe this experience as an awakening, not a mental health crisis. We need to honor the process instead of fighting against it. It's really important to get support from people who understand that this is actually important and sacred work. It's a passage. It's not just something that needs to be fixed. It's important to address the disconnection, not just the anxiety symptoms. Create space for who you are to emerge. Experiment with practices such as meditation or hypnotherapy with yours truly. And then, and this is really, really important, you really want to take aligned action based on what feedback you're getting and what is coming through. Even if you don't know all the answers in the moment, it's important to just begin to think about it and make smaller steps towards what does come out. When you approach your midlife transition this way, something magical begins to happen. Instead of feeling like your life is ending at 40 or 50, when you're really young, right, you realize that it's just beginning, actually. The second half of a woman's life, when lived intentionally, contains more power, more purpose, more authentic joy than all the decades before. I've seen women transform from feeling completely lost and feeling depressed to becoming leaders, to starting meaningful businesses, to reconnecting with spiritual practices, to creating art that moves other people, to doing soulful work, to making new connections, new relationships that actually nourish their souls. The women who look back on their lives with the most satisfaction aren't those who avoid this process. They're the ones who have the courage to lean into it and answer it whenever it comes. So if something I shared today has resonated with you, if you feel that spark of hope, of recognition, I want you to know you're not alone. And there is a way through this that honors both your practical needs and what's within. I've created a comprehensive approach called the Midlife Metamorphosis Method that helps women transform this transition into their greatest spiritual awakening. If you'd like to learn more about working together, send me a message or check out the link. And I want to always make sure you understand that this area of your life is so rich and it can be such a breakthrough. A crisis can actually be the beginning of something that is so amazing. And the second half of your life can be the most magnificent part of your entire earth journey. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions, what you would like me to speak on. And I want to remind you always that in order to change your life, you must first change yourself. Thank you so much. I'm Keisha Dent. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.